For Cleopatra, the battle represented the culmination of a lifetime spent preparing for exactly this moment, when individual skill and determination could influence the course of human history. Everything she had learned about politics, warfare, and leadership would be tested in a confrontation that would either vindicate her vision of cooperative Mediterranean civilization or mark the end of an era that had begun with the conquests of Alexander. As her fleet prepared to sail from Alexandria's harbor for the final time, Cleopatra stood once more on the palace balcony where she had contemplated so many crucial decisions during her remarkable reign. The gentle evening breeze carried the sounds of a city preparing for war, but also the timeless rhythms of a civilization that had endured along the Nile for over 3,000 years. The last pharaoh of Egypt was about to discover whether her extraordinary journey from powerless exile to Mediterranean queen would end in triumph or tragedy. But she faced that uncertainty with the same courage and intelligence that had carried her through every previous challenge of her incredible career. The armada that departed Alexandria in the early hours of September 31st BCE represented more than just a military force sailing toward destiny. These 500 vessels carried with them the accumulated wisdom of 3 millennia of Egyptian civilization, the dreams of Eastern peoples who yearned for independence from Roman dominance, and the personal ambitions of a woman who had transformed herself into the most powerful queen in the ancient world. Cleopatra's flagship, magnificent beyond anything the Mediterranean had ever witnessed, cut through the gentle swells as its golden prow pointed toward the coast of Greece, where Octavian's forces were gathering for the confrontation that would reshape the ancient world. The ship itself had become a floating symbol of the cultural synthesis she had spent her reign promoting, combining Egyptian craftsmanship with Roman engineering innovations and Greek artistic traditions. The crew that manned this extraordinary vessel represented the diversity of the coalition she had assembled. Egyptian sailors worked alongside Syrian navigators, while Greek marines shared deck space with Roman defectors who had abandoned Octavian's cause. Their ability to function as a unified fighting force, despite their different backgrounds and languages, demonstrated the practical viability of the inclusive approach to governance that Cleopatra and Antony were championing. But beneath the surface, unity lay tensions and uncertainties that reflected the enormous challenges facing any attempt to unite such diverse peoples under a single command structure. Language barriers created communication difficulties that could prove fatal during the confusion of naval combat. Cultural differences in military traditions and tactical preferences required constant negotiation and compromise to maintain operational effectiveness. Most significantly, the personal loyalties of individual commanders remained divided between their immediate obligations to the coalition and their longer-term concerns about survival.